I like this. This feels a little bit flamenco guitar, but played in piano. In my previous Ultrakill videos, we listened to banger after banger after banger, and we're not even close to done. So join me as we listen to more Ultrakill music. This is called The Death of God's Will, and I know a lot of you have been asking for this, so this is it. Let's go. Right off the bat, symphonic, gothic, baroque metal. Again, Bach, if he was a metal artist, this is him. There is that baroque chordal sequence that I keep hearing on all the other Ultrakill songs. This is a very, very much baroque music, classical music kind of trope that I'm glad that is getting more and more use in video game music. That could have very well been an electric violin solo mixed with a lead guitar. I love it. But there's also one thing I noticed, at least for this piece, most of the frequency range in the mixing and mastering are mostly on the mid-level frequencies. I don't hear too much of the higher trebles or too much of the pounding bass in the lower registers. And I think there's a good reason for that. It's a practical gameplay sound design thing because I know this is a shooter game. So lots of the guns, the sound effects, and all the impacts are going to be on the higher registers. So this is to not have the sound effects and the music clash with each other in an irritating way. So this is very much planned. And that is very much a great benefit for having the composer also like the game director. Oh my god, there's that beautiful lyrical melody enveloped in this chaotic metal masterpiece. That could very well have been an operatic solo line, something like that. I think this is my favorite part. Oh my god. That pause, that is such a standout because that is a demonstration of the composer or the producer, maybe during mix or during the final part of the production. How can I catch the listener off guard? And this is pretty much a less is more situation. Sometimes deleting a certain section of the music makes it more impactful. So you're vibing the whole time, and then there's that tasteful everything stops momentarily, but then you notice it. It's very noticeable, and you stop for a while, and everything moves again. It's a genius of a move with such a tiny omission. The death of God's will. Final thoughts? I definitely could feel or could see or could imagine an epic battle in the heavens. Kind of reminds me of the boss fights in Bayonetta, where Bayonetta is literally fighting gigantic gods or monstrous angels or something like that. Something cosmic, like a final judgment. And you're this tiny robot fighting all of it to try to survive, to try to win the battle for your life. Something like that. Yeah, that was beautiful. This is called Death Odyssey OST version. Straight to the point, huh? I love this. 6/8 metal, 6/8 meter. Usually when you use this meter, this time signature in a metal or a rock song, it is mostly the more melancholic side. I can hear a little bit of Metallica in it, in their more melancholic, slow songs. And nothing else matters. if the Death of God's Will feels like you versus a heavenly army, this now, Death Odyssey feels more like a personal fight, a one-on-one fight between the villain and the hero, and the villain may or may not be spouting some villain monologue in between the matches. That's the only clear melodic line so far. Emotional piano solo. Ooh, I like this. This feels a little bit flamenco guitar, but played in piano. Enough of that flamenco, back to metal! Kind of reminds me of the Matrix fight, the Matrix 2, Neo versus 1,000 Agent Smiths, that particular scene. Yeah, that was beautiful. I love that it's a mix of jazz fusion, prog metal, and a little bit of flamenco in between. Yeah, I like this. This is a demonstration of flexibility in genres as a composer. As a composer, if anyone is wanting to be a serious composer, there's two paths you can usually do. You either hyper-focus on just one singular genre for the rest of your life, or become a chameleon where you learn as many genres as possible so you can get hired in any kind of project that requires whatever genre. I classify myself more as the chameleon type with a little bit more leaning on metal and classical. Kind of like that. Be the first to see my videos at least 1 hour ahead of everyone by supporting the channel via YouTube memberships or Patreon, and keep the videos coming. Links in the description. Divine Intervention. Let's give it a listen. I like this art. You know, I'm gonna call this genre, this style, I'm gonna call it melancholic metal, because most of the time metal is something high energy, high octane, adrenaline pumping kind of music. But the way that Ultrakill is using it, lots of somber, melancholic, gothic, baroque style harmonies that are long notes, lots of chorale sounding long chords. But the backdrop of it is this energetic kick and bass that is giving it this kinetic energy, but just enough to keep the motion going, but the overall vibe is still on the melancholic side. So I'm gonna call it melancholic metal. Oh my god, I can already imagine like two armies. On the blue side, angel warriors. On the red side, the devil warriors or something like that. And they clash in the middle. And there's some kind of heavenly light in the middle of the stage or the battle area. And this music is just playing as two armies are about to clash. Something like that. Beautiful reverb. All right, I noticed the more I listen to soundtracks from Ultrakill, there's this certain vibe. There's lots of pieces that it's just long note chords, whole notes. It's just like a pianist is just pressing chords very slowly, and then the next bar another chord, instead of like shredding the piano. It's just holding the chord. And the one that is really making up the rhythmic energy is the rhythm section, the rhythm guitars, the bass, and the drums. I can imagine, let's say you have a buddy, you have a friend who's a piano player, and you're in a restaurant, you ask your piano player friend, hey buddy, can you play some ambiance chords just to have some house music? Not necessarily a concerto that's attention grabbing, just long chords just to set the mood. I think this kind of music, long chords with lots of rhythmic sections happening with the drums, that is Ultrakill's version of please play some ambient music. Yeah, this is our ambient music. That's it. Now here is the next video that you can watch. Enjoy. By the way, String Player Gamer is undergoing a full rebrand. This channel and every platform connected to it will be renamed after my new artist name, lion might. Expect some short-term changes, but look forward to long-term goals.